Brought to you by the Asian Business Institute and Resource Center. Funding for Specialty Eats was made possible by a grant from the U.S. Department of Agriculture Agricultural Marketing Service. Its contents are solely the responsibility of the authors and do not necessarily represent the official views of the USDA.
Taiwanese cabbage, also known as Taiwanese flat cabbage or Taiwanese bok choy, is a variety of cabbage commonly grown and consumed in Taiwan and other parts of Asia. It is characterized by its broad, flat leaves and thick, crunchy stems. It works well with various cooking methods, including boiling, stir-frying, steaming, and sautéing, adding a crunchy and slightly sweet flavor to all dishes. Welcome back, everyone. My name is B, and I have Chef Meng here today with Specialty Eats. What will be working today?
Our dish today will be a Taiwanese cabbage with beef.
Okay, sounds good. Let's go get started.
All right, let's get started. First off, let's turn off the flame, turn it on, get started. Double check to make sure it's on. Gonna be about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Now, you can use other oils too.
Okay.
But olive oil is more healthy. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put probably a teaspoon of garlic, right? Teaspoon of garlic. Probably another teaspoon of ginger into the pan. And what you want to do is you want to cook this to release the aroma. I'll make the cherry tomato actually, but we'll go next.
With the Taiwanese cabbage, what other dishes do you recommend cooking?
Well, I recommend cooking. You could use it as a soup with the chicken, pork.
Oh,
Same,
right,
you can
right,
use it too.
right. Popular mom and pop dishes.
Yes. Now, once you get a little aroma from the garlic and ginger, add your cherry tomato. With the cherry tomato, probably you don't have to cook it that long. Probably another minute or two, just to release some of those acids from the tomato.
All right.
Then once it's that, you want to add your beef. About 3 to 4 ounces of beef. Now, I didn't mention this. These beef were pre-marinated with just salt and black pepper.
Okay.
Now, what you want to do is you want to stir it. Kind of make sure that the beef is kind of cooked, not all the way, but at least medium, right?
Right. The best way.
The best way, right? That's one. Once the beef is like that, what I want to do is, not quite yet, but make sure all these red or pink is gone. Make sure the beef all turns like a tan color to it before you start adding the cabbage. So once you get that enough good like that, I want to add my cabbage, Taiwanese cabbage, to the pan, right? Kind of spread around like this, right? Probably, I say this probably is a quarter of a cabbage, Taiwanese cabbage.
Okay.
Quarter.
Okay.
Now what I want to do is kind of season it with salt and black pepper, right? Yeah, what I do is I add a little bit of water to the bottom so that it doesn't burn. Kind of lower to medium heat and cover it. And now all we do is just wait until the cabbage softens up.
Okay, so with this dish, I see that we don't use as much ingredients. We just focus on salt and black pepper.
Oh yeah, because this one is more towards you want a healthy more dish than just salt and black pepper. Whereas sauces, it just carry too much sugar, salt, and fat, right?
Right, which
so
are good things too.
Which is good too, but there's not as you age, it's not great for your body, right?
Of course.
You know, so that's why more healthy is salt, black pepper,
right?
Cabbage, beef, a little bit olive oil goes a long way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Sounds good. Perfect. Sounds good.
And then with garlic, ginger, it's just for flavor.
Right.
But you could do without it. Yeah.
Sounds good. And this dish usually takes about how long?
This is probably what was that, about 2-3 minutes? Probably 7 minutes top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you could cook it on the go.
Yes, you could cook it on the go. Because the cabbage, it doesn't take long to cook the cabbage.
Right,
you know
right.
It doesn't take to cook the cabbage, you know. See, look at this. It's already starting to wilt, right? once the cabbage starts to wilt, then you know that it's going to soften up real quick. Now with this healthy type of dish, you always want to taste test before you serve it.
Right.
To see if the flavor is there, right?
Right.
Because it has no sauce. It has no pungent sauce to it, right? So it's just salt and black pepper. So you need seasoning. So once it's done, then you want to re-season
Okay.
to your liking.
Okay, I see.
If you like it the way it is, then you plate it that way. But
Right.
if you need more salt or black pepper, it's your taste.
Right. So it's very versatile. You can
Yes.
add to it. You can take out of it.
Oh yeah. That's why you want to add salt and black pepper at the beginning lightly until it's done, and then you could add it.
Okay.
Because you can't take the salt out once you add more.
Right. Makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
You know. So basically, roughly, like I said, 7 minutes. It doesn't take that long. It's like a pretty fast, quick dish to make. Yeah.
Sounds good. Agreed. So you can make this on the go for lunch, for
Yes.
dinner, if you're doing
Yeah.
for breakfast.
Oh yeah.
Okay, sounds
Oh,
good.
yeah.
So with the Taiwanese cabbage, is there any certain size or is it only your preference? Because I know that at the farmer's market, they have different sizes.
Oh, they do it. It's your preference, actually. Depends on your preference. It depends how much you're gonna cook. Right?
Okay.
You don't cook a lot. I'd rather grab the little one. The size, right?
Right, right.
If you have a big family, you want to grab bigger, so it has more volume, so it has more cabbage.
More
to
fiber,
feed,
right.
right? To feed the whole
Right,
family.
right.
It all depends how big the party is, right?
Sounds good.
You have one or two. When you have one or two people with you, you don't need a big cabbage, right?
Sounds good.
Yeah,
right.
you're by yourself, a little one's perfect for one person, right?
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yes.
Unless you like a lot of veggie, right? If
Veggies,
you're a
right.
vegetarian, then yes.
Yes.
You're vegetarian, then you use more.
Yeah. With that being said, the vegetarian, you could also not use even beef, right?
Oh
Just
yeah.
cook it itself.
Oh yeah, you could cook it yourself. Yeah, without. And you like ginger garlic with the cabbage, go for it. And you could cook without the beef or any protein at all.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can still go that way, you know. Okay, let's check it now. See how it's welting? Right here? How it's softening up?
Yeah, it is softening up.
Yeah,
Yes.
softening up. Me, honestly, this is perfect for me. Turn it
Okay.
off.
Okay. Perfect.
Now, next thing you want to try it, right? You want to try to see if it's seasoning to the liking, right? It's good. Just a little bit more pinch
Okay.
of salt, right? Yeah, we're perfect. So, in cooking, you always want to double check your seasoning. You know, always want to double check see if it's good, and not for that too. When you have when you have company, you know, you want
Right.
to make sure that they go home like, oh yeah, it's good, you know. So once it's done, that's done.
Okay. Looks good.
That's done there. Now let's plate. Let's go ahead and plate this. You notice how much cabbage I put in here? Look at it. Now it's
Right.
not that much.
It's like there's nothing left.
Yeah. So that's one thing about cabbage. Once you start cooking, it'll wilt down and it'll be small. But to me, this is the perfect amount for this amount of meat, 3 ounce or 4 ounce or so. So what you do is just want to plate it.
Well, Chef Meng, your dish looks very appetizing. Let's go and give it a
All
taste.
right, let's give it a taste, B.
All right.
Try out some beef with the cabbage. Oh. Get a little hint of sweetness to it, right? No texture.
Even though it's just salt and pepper, the cabbage is so sweet, but it adds its own flavor into it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very
And then-
tasty.
I love the texture, but you want it softer, you can cook it a little longer. You want it soft.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I think the crunchiness is what gives this plate its ideal expressiveness. It's very, very tasty. The freshness and the fiber of the cabbage, along with the tenderness of the beef, complements it very well. Okay, thank you, Chef Meng, for cooking this dish for me today.
My pleasure, B.
All right, and to everyone back at home,
Happy eating.